It's the nation's favourite antiques experts.
Help.
Behind the wheel of a classic car.
Well, hey, hot stuff.
And a goal to scar Britain for antiques.
It's choppy waters out here.
The aim, to make the biggest profit at auction. But it's no mean feat. There'll be worthy winners and valiant losers.
It couldn't go worse, could it?
Will it be the high road to glory?
Oh, I like your style.
Or the slow road to disaster?
Oh, blimey.
Oh, need me to get out and push?
This is Antiques Road Trip. Yeah. Our two buds in the Beetle are back on the road for one final antiques outing.
Well, last leg.
Last leg.
I'm really sad it's going to be over. I feel like we need to do it all over again.
I'll tell you what, the way this road trip's been for me, I'll be glad when it's ended.
One more chance.
It's been the regular versus the rookie this week, with seasoned pro Irita Marriott taking on first-timer Danny Sebastian.
I'm just finding my feet.
That's okay.
Do you believe me?
No! Absolutely not.
Oh.
The merciless Ms. Marriott has taken no prisoners this week. Last time out, making the most of her money.
I might be able to squeeze a bit of a discount out of that.
While newcomer Danny was in a quandary.
Is anybody else going to like it? I'm probably thinking with my heart more than my head.
And when it came to the sale room,
Gavel's raised at 220.
it was Irita who walked away a winner,
Oh, well done. She's done it again.
securing a so far unbroken run of 4 wins in our best of 5.
So I suppose you'll be gunning to make it a clean sweep, surely. It's 4-0 down. I mean, it's like playing pool, isn't it?
Might as well give it a shot.
You might as well give it a shot.
But you know what? I have a feeling that if it ends up 5-0, that you might just delete my number.
There's no way you're going to get 5-0 anyway, so just get that out your mind straight away.
That sounds like fighting talk. It's a new day, which means you've each a fresh £200, so spend wisely.
Have you thrown all your tactics out of the window finally?
It's not worked for 4 times. I'm not going to bother with the 5th. I'm just going to roll the dice, see what occurs, and run with it, I think.
As good a plan as any. This jaunt began way back in Bideford, with our two road-tripping through the bees of Bath and Bristol before a dash around Oxford and West Suffolk. Today, continuing south towards the port town of Dover.
So we're in Dover. How long have you been in the UK?
20 years.
What was it like when you first crossed the border? We're in a border town now.
It was pitch black. All I wanted to see was Big Ben. So I took myself to the little park across from Big Ben, sat on my suitcase and thought, well, there it is. What do I do now?
Head to the nearest antique shop, I can only assume. Speaking of which, your first stop is coming up just along the road in the coastal town of Deal. Notorious for smuggling throughout the 18th century, goods such as alcohol and tobacco were often brought ashore here by ruthless boatmen making use of the numerous hidden creeks and inlets along the coast. But there won't be any dodgy deals today at Irita's first port of call, Quill Antiques. This little treasure trove is packed with antique trinkets and collectibles, with dealer Alan on hand to assist.
Oh my goodness, just look at the work in that. A few more pieces. The carving of that is absolutely exquisite. This is a coquille knot vinaigrette. So you would put a sponge, something nice and smelling in there. And when you're walking down dirty streets that are full of, well, basically rotting stuff and sewage back in the day, you can have a quick sniff to keep yourself sane. But both of these are Chinese. I would say circa 1870s. The little basket got £45, and I think this had a tag inside, the vinaigrettes. And that is, ooh, that's 75.
Make me an offer.
Ooh, I don't really do offers, Alan.
Don't you?
No, I just want you to give me the absolute death that you can do.
Just put them on the lid and we'll work it out at the end.
Okay, all right. Let's do that.
And while Irita continues her rummage in Deal, down the coast, Danny is in Dover, known as the key to England. The geographical significance of the port town has played a crucial defensive role throughout the history of the UK. Hoping today it will be key to his first road trip success, Danny has arrived at the old curiosity shop.
Stop! No chance. I'm coming in.
No shortage of interesting items in here. From antique animals to pretty porcelain, dealer Robin has got it covered. Crack on, Danny.
Over there. Nice looking captain's chair. So that's the term used really for this style of chair. Dates round to turn of the century, early 20th century. Made of oak. Really nice when you look at the mechanism of the swivel. Very practical, works. There's obviously been some damage at some point because as you can see, there's some new wood being put in. That piece there, that piece there. It's needed some alterations. Initially, it was probably used on a ship with the swivel so the captain can look all around the boat and where he's going. Priced at 120. It's quite a fair price, but that's in the retail market. I've got to take it to auction.
At over half your budget, perhaps chart a different course.
Right, let's keep looking.
Plenty more to discover in here.
Now then, this is quite nice. You don't see shelves like this anymore, that's for sure. Although it's got these chips and so forth, I still quite like it. It's a very decorative item. Made of chalk. Dated around about 1920s, 1930s. And there's some great artwork done here when you can see these scrolls, these little motifs, these petals. I think nowadays there's just quite modern materials. It's nice to get something that's really old and authentic. Covered in this gold paint. I mean, when you look at the back, it's very naively done. You can see it's just splodged together, but it's not the back you're looking at, it's only the front. There's no price on it. If I can get the right price, that just might well be something I'd be interested in buying. Keep looking.
Let's chalk that one up as a potential. Irita now, back in Deal.
How nice are these? Cantonese, Chinese porcelain, and it's in that familiar rose kind of pattern. The pinks and the greens and the yellows and the just really lively, nice colours. These would date to about 1880s, 1900s. And I'm keep turning them around because what I want to make sure is that there's no damage, because damage on these is quite a tough one. You can't really repair them that well because the decoration is so dense. They look okay. A few little nibbles, and it's always nice to have a pair. Pairs always do better. And they are just so classic of that era. They used to make these for tourist market mainly, and they had plates and tureens and full dinner sets in the familiar rose patterns. That's an option. Alan said to me to line up what I like, so that's what I'm doing. I'm lining them up.
Best do as you're told.
Now, do you want to come here, Alan, and do a verdict on this? Do you approve, sir?
Yes, I do.
So the vases are 110, and what's the death on those?
80.
And the two, not 65 for the two?
Yes.
145. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Because that's quite a lot of money coming your way.
Much obliged, Alan. That's a done deal in Deal.
Lovely.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you.
That's very light.
Yes.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
Taking a hefty whack out of Irita's budget, leaving just £55 to play with.
Ooh, oh my goodness me.
And while Irita has wrapped things up in Deal, in Dover, Danny is toying with a buy of his own.
Die-cast toys, mantiques, old corgi, matchbox, triang. Great sellers, whether they're sold individually or whether they're sold in a job lot like this. They just seem to fetch good money. I think with these ones, they're They're a bit of a mixed bag, really. You've got a right mixed bag. I mean, this one's ultra modern. You can see that. It's got a plastic underside, whereas this one has got a metal one, which just dates it a bit more older. Just a little bit put off because we've got bits and pieces. There you have it. This one's got 3 wheels. That one's got no underside. It's priced at £1 a piece. I mean, if I could get the whole box for a tenner, I'd rip his hand off.
Well, don't go that far. How about a gentle word with dealer Robin instead? Hi, Robin.
Hello, Robin.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I've spotted a few items in your store. The chalk shelf,
Yep.
the box of toy cars.
Yeah.
What's your best price on those, please?
Well, I can do the chalk for 35.
And how much would it be for the toys on their own?
The whole lot, toy cars, 20 quid.
I mean, could you do a tenner on the toys? I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of damage there.
All right, we'll do a 10 on the toys.
Are you happy?
Absolutely.
Chalk shelf? Shelved. But the toy cars are secured. Much obliged, Robin.
Thank you very much.
You're a scholar.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Woohoo! Think I'll be steering my way to a profit. Meow.
Fingers crossed. But what's this?
Got to have it.
Has someone had a change of heart?
Robin,
Yes, sir.
I can't stop thinking about that shelf. I've had second thoughts. What's your best?
Def, £30.
I'll have it.
Done deal. For a second
30.
time and a total spend of £40.
See you later.
Cheers,
Have a good
Rob.
day.
If you pop before you change your mind again.
I've done it now.
And if the shelf wasn't enough, Danny and Irita are off to admire some more chalk at the nearby Old Park Hill Nature Reserve, a habitat of chalk grasslands. The reserve comprises thin layers of well-drained soils over chalk bedrock, like that of the nearby White Cliffs of Dover. In recent years, land restoration measures, including scrub clearance and cattle grazing, have begun here in a bid to improve the environment. To learn more about the work happening, Irita and Danny have come along to meet Karen and Ian from Kent Wildlife Trust.
Hello there. How are you?
Hello, good, thank you. Welcome to Old Park Hill Nature Reserve. This is a site where we are managing and restoring chalk downland. Irita, you're going with Ian to find out more about that, and Danny, you're coming with me to check the cattle.
Perfect. Oh, let's go.
Behave.
I'm ready. I shall. I shall.
Historically, livestock played a crucial role in the maintenance of chalk grassland. However, changes in agricultural practices have led to a degradation of the land. Today, organisations like the Kent Wildlife Trust are making efforts to reverse this decline and have just the right cattle to help with the job.
We are trying to restore chalk grassland back to this site. If we were to put a dairy or beef cow on, they would not cope with this. Whereas Highland cattle, because they're so hardy, they'll just eat absolutely anything you see here. Allowing wildflowers to come through, which is what makes the chalk grassland such a great habitat. If we didn't have the cattle on here, the scrub will then grow over the grassland and just basically wipe it out.
Chalk grasslands are biodiversity hotspots, supporting a wide range of species in relatively small areas. In addition to plants, these grasslands are also home to a whole host of living creatures.
Now, what kind of insects and animals do actually live in this then, if it's quite a tough environment?
The plants that grow things like kidney vetches and lots of orchid species, and they become the food plants for butterflies. So we've got things like the Adonis blue butterfly, which is our emblem here,
All right.
and chalk hill blues and silver, all these fantastic butterfly species.
And this is clearly very, very different to any other grasslands in the country, isn't it?
Chalk grassland is really unique. So you've got within a square metre, you might have 40 or 50 different plant species growing, which is equivalent
Wow.
to the Amazon, sort of the species diversity which you get there. So it's so special.
So really, this is like our own little Amazon.
It's not big magnificent trees and things, but it's still ours and it's still very unique.
And with staff and volunteers doing their bit to protect the land and its inhabitants, so too the hard-working Highland cattle need a little TLC.
Obviously, they need to be checked from time to time. How would you check them?
You're looking at their coat. Are there any bare patches? Have they been scratching at certain places? You want to look at their eyes. Are they bright and healthy? And then the last thing you want to do is actually to get them to walk. You want to see if they're moving all right. Are they looking stiff? Are they limping because they may have a cracked hoof?
I know you've got to do some checks, so I'm going to leave you to it.
With the introduction of cattle proving a huge success, the Trust have plenty more work to do maintaining the chalk grasslands.
Is there anything else you hope to see here?
One of the species which we're quite excited about is a species called the red-billed chough. It's a really exciting project where we're reintroducing chough to this area. We had 10 animals released last year, and then they've kind of survived the winter time. And then this year we're adding more to that flock, and they'll be nesting themselves and making their own baby choughs too.
And it's time Irita caught up with our very own fledgling road tripper.
Have a good one. Bye.
Last seen hightailing it that way.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I was worried about the cows getting you.
Oh,
Did you have a good day?
fabulous.
Would you rather spend time with cows than me?
Well, no, of course not. Don't. No,
No,
no, no, don't.
Good job, eh? I doubt they'd squeeze into the beetle.
Weren't they beauties? Highland coos.
They were beautiful.
You know, I can smell something. Is there anything on the bottom of your shoes?
Excuse me?
I'm just wondering whether you stepped in any cow pats. There seems to be a funny smell coming about.
It is not from me, I'm telling you now.
Possibly time for a quick clean-up, then some shut-eye. Lovely. Sun's up in the southeast, and for our two, it's a final day beetling about.
Last shopping day.
All good things come to end.
They do indeed.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm going to miss this motor.
It's been smooth, hasn't it?
Oh, fabulous.
Your driving has actually gotten better. I think you've learned some things from me and you've improved.
One thing I've learned from you.
Go on then.
You drive me up the wall. That's the only driving I've learned from you.
Thanks for that.
Yesterday was the tale of two trippers. Profligate Irita went all out,
Here you go, sir.
Very much.
That's very light.
leaving just £55 to spend. Meanwhile, frugal Danny was a bit more restrained
And if I could get the whole box for a tenner, I'd rip his hand off.
and still has £160 at his disposal.
What was your first impressions of me when we first started this trip?
One thing that I never expected and I ended up getting is the fact that you're incredibly competitive.
If there's anybody ultra competitive, it's yourself. No, it's you.
Really? Oh, I knew I was competitive, but I didn't think that I was competitive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Of course there is. Let's put you both down as competitive, shall we? Irita's next chance to bag a potentially winning bargain is in the seaside town of Folkestone. It is said Agatha Christie wrote Murder on the Orient Express here while staying at the town's Grand Hotel. And for her next stop, our very own antique spotting sleuth is headed to George Lane Antiques. This little spot has a whole lot going on, with dealer Scott offering everything from antique lighting and furnishings to toys and collectibles. But with only £55 left, Irita will want to take it slow.
2 steps from the door. That is how far I made before I spotted this.
Or maybe not.
We got a candlestick, kind of multi-purpose really, because it also has a little bit for your matches. So you would put your matchbox there, so you could strike it on the side and slot it in and reach the matches easily. Got a nice handle to carry around. Decorated by hand, very much in the manner of arts and crafts. It was all about going against the Industrial Revolution and make one-of-a-kind things by hand. And this is priced at £45. What can that be? What's the absolute death? No
What's that,
haggling.
Nick? 45?
Oh, don't look at that.
I'll do it for
it's
20.
been 20,
Yeah.
that's a deal. 2 steps in, £20 spent. Irita's happy.
Someone's not hanging about. And while Irita rummages further from the doorway, Danny has arrived at his next port of call in the market town of Hythe.
There it is. Last day today, so I better buy wisely.
The Malt House in Hythe, Kent, has been operating as an antique centre since 1974, and with antique furniture, lamps, toys and collectibles aplenty, Danny will be spoiled for choice.
Oh, wow. Whew.
With dealers on hand to help him spend some of his remaining £160.
I really love these old shop scales. They always bring me back to my youth when I used to go in the stores and buy £1/4 of cough candy twists. As you can see, it only goes up to £1. I mean, nowadays it's all metric, it's in kilos, so that kind of gives you an idea of some of its age. This one's in lovely condition. Very rare to find the scoop without any damage on it. This scoop's in great stead. These rubbers, they're all there. They're normally gone or split. Just gonna handle this. This one is a Stevens. One of the great names in weighing scales, especially commercial ones. You generally always get a crack of some description in the glass. And this one just hasn't got it. It's priced at £89. I'm not happy with that price, but I'm happy with the product. I'm just gonna have a think about that and have a bit of a walk around, see what else I can find. Might come back for those.
Yes, best weigh up your options. Meanwhile, back in Folkestone...
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the winner of them all? Is it working? Hello? Anyone? Well, there's no picture of Danny appearing, so I'm all good.
Better keep rummaging if you're after a fairy tale ending. Scary.
Why am I doing karate with the helmet on?
Only you can answer that.
What am I supposed to do? Solo, Danny! Get in that line. For the winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Helmet's no use if you lost your head.
Right. I might keep it on. Keeps my brain really working.
If you say so. Let's give her a minute, eh? Danny now.
These are quite nice, Royal Albert. Are they yours?
Yes, they are.
Ah.
Royal Albert Moss Rose.
That's the pattern, isn't it? The moss rose, yeah.
Yes,
Quite nice.
It is. They're beautiful. They're perfect condition.
When I look at this, it seems to me that they've never been used. All the gilding round the side is still fully intact. And even when you look at the roses on the plate, we've got the sugar bowl, we've got the milk
cream jug, the
cream
jug, yeah.
And then how many sets have we got? 7?
7 cups, teacups.
7 teacups.
7 saucers and 7 plates.
7 trios.
Yes.
23-piece set, £65. That's for the whole lot.
The whole lot, yes.
I mean, would that be your best price? What's your name?
Jojo.
Jojo. Would that be your best price?
I can do you a good deal.
You're making me melt.
30. That's a bargain.
I'm going to go with it.
Wonderful.
I'm going to take a gamble, and I suppose you've got to take a gamble in this game, haven't you?
You do well. I want you to win.
There's 20, 25 and 30.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Much obliged, Jojo. Danny will have the tea set sent on to the sale-room. Back with Irita in Folkestone now.
Ooh, this is a bit stylish. I mean, Parker, when it comes to pens, is a name that everybody knows. It's an American company, and they started making pens in 1888. And up until 2011, they were actually producing pens in England. And they closed the factory and moved to France. But they are still loved by English and the rest of the world. And what's nice about this set is that you not only have the pen, but you've also got the pencil. And they are in their original case. Pencil's actually, well, I was about to say pencil's in better condition than the pen, but it's not really. They both got dints on them. Got no price there. Scott?
Yeah?
I found some pens. I noticed that they got a couple of dints.
Yeah.
There is no price though. How much are they?
I think I've got 45 on them, I think.
That sounded more like a question than an answer.
Yeah, I'll do 25 on them, I suppose.
25 it is. Right, let me pay you up. £25 for the pens, and then the
Lovely.
candlestick
Yeah.
at 20, so that's 45.
Yeah. Lovely.
What's that bit of glass over there?
I think it's a bit of modern Vaseline glass.
That's quite sweet. Nice colour.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's what made me buy it.
Yeah. How much is that?
I'll do it for a tenner.
Can I give you 50 for the 3?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Round number. Yeah?
Good man, Scott. That's 20 for the candlestick holder, 25 for the pens, and a £5 for the glass candlestick.
Lovely, thank you.
I'll grab the candlestick on the way out.
All right, brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Cheers. Bye.
But leaves just £5 for Irita to work with at her final shop.
Well, that was a bit unexpected. Ended up with 3 things in last second. I quite like that candlestick. I think that's Vaseline glass, pressed probably about 1920s or so. I think for a £5, that's a bargain.
And back in Hythe, tea set already secured, Danny's back to bag a buy from dealer Steve.
How are you?
I'm Trayborn.
Trayborn. I came earlier on, I was looking at those scales. What can be your best price?
I could do those 30 quid.
Well, I'll tell you what, at £30, I'll have a deal at that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Much obliged, Steve.
Fantastic.
Oh, and what? Never let me long.
Yeah.
Taking Danny's total spend at the malt house to £60, leaving a cool £100 still in the kitty.
Wait till Irita sees this go under the hammer.
The auction will have to wait a little longer. There's one more stop to make in the village of Chilham at Bagham Barn Antiques. Home to one of the largest collections of fine antique furniture, collectibles and art in Kent, there's a lot on offer here from dealer Peggy. Plenty of scope for Danny and his one remaining £100. But with only a fiver left, Irita might struggle.
Cabinets full of china. Dreamland, and I can't afford any of it. Oh, look at these. How sweet are these? These are what's known as pindoles. This is basically the top part of a pincushion. They're also known as half doles because, can you see there are some holes around the bottom? So that is where you would stitch the material onto with a kind of slightly weighted base, and it would create the look as if she's wearing a skirt. And these got invented in Victorian era. As Victorians, they loved anything that was novelty. And this was exactly that. That slightly something different. This is £95. My fiver couldn't even buy the wig that she's wearing. So I'm going to pop those down. Not for me today, but so nice to see for a collector.
Yes, I suggest you stick a pin in that one. Danny now on the other side of the store.
This little cruet set is quite sweet. Dates back to about early 20th century, maybe 20s. You've got your salt here, which has got its little lining. Original at that, that's nice. A pepper pot, oh, that's nice as well. You've still got your original liner. A little mustard pot, that's nice. Always check your hinge. Nice hinge on that. Again, you've got your little glass liner, that's nice also. Oh, they're quite nice, and some very dainty little spoons. I'm not quite sure that these are original. They're in plastic, so I don't think they're right, but they do look like they're in keeping, so we could probably get away with that. It's in a nice box. Deakins and Francis, very good silversmith. Deakin and Francis, Birmingham, 1922. Priced at £95. I'm going to go and see Peggy and see what the best price she can do it for me for.
Best of luck. Counters that way.
Ah, Peggy, found you. I found this lovely little silver cruet set.
Yes.
I'm just not sure if the spoons are original.
Maybe not, but they are a pair, they fit, and these are a set.
What would be your best price?
85.
I was hoping for a little bit less than that, if possible. I mean, I know everyone's got to eat food off the table. I just,
This trader would, I think, go to 82.
I mean, could we round it off at 80?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
20.
Much obliged, Peggy. That's a done deal.
And 80. Thank you very much. Thank you, Peggy.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming.
that.
Wrapping up Danny's shopping for the trip with £20 left over. But how's Irita getting on with that £5 budget?
Is £12 close enough to a fiver? I mean, that's about, I think, the region that I can afford. We've got a moulded glass, probably mid-century, 1950s, 60s. Plain if you look at it. But there's one thing that stands out on it, and that's the crest on the front. And that stands for Freemasons. And you do see quite a lot of Freemasonry bits and bobs. You get the aprons and the medals and the suitcases and books and little things like this. I think this might be the best bet that I have. So I'm just going to have to go for it. I'll face the music.
Best of luck. You might need it.
Peggy, sorry to disturb you. I've been up and down, crisscross, because I have very limited budget. This is all I've got left, okay? So Not a penny more, not a penny less. And I came up with the glass, and that's £12. Do you think there's any chance I could buy that for a £5?
This is a very nice Masonic glass. I don't think so. I can't go as low as 5.
OK. Well, I haven't got a penny more than that. If that can't be 5, I'm just going to have to leave it. Thank you very much. But I'm going to leave with a £5 rather than with anything else. See you later.
Well, you gave it a jolly good shot, and that wraps up the shopping for this trip.
Oh, Danny, it's all over.
Well, it's not all over yet.
I got empty
The
hands.
shopping's over. Well, you're too good.
Let me fill them. What a trip. Come on.
Oh, I tell you what, it's been fabulous. You've really been a great sport.
I think you might have spoken too soon there, Danny.
Is it that good? Have you had that much fun?
So good.
Best go to dry your toes on one last spin in the Beetle.
Well, I'm hoping the items I've bought are going to make me big money. But I suppose one of my star buys is I've actually gone out and bought a tea set.
A tea set?
Correct. If you can make money with them bits, I can make money with them things.
Well, we'll soon find out. Until then, nighty-night. Rise and shine, Thurcroft. It's auction time. Irita is after a clean sweep in our best of 5 battle, while Danny is playing for pride.
Oh, Danny, last
Coming
one.
to an end.
Last rendezvous, Danny.
I might wipe the floor with you here.
Hey, is it dirty or what?
Sounds like it's game on. After shopping their way around Kent, our two have brought their wares north to Thurcroft to Paul Bayton Auctioneers, sending in the room, on the phone and online with auctioneer Joseph Ayres, overseeing proceedings.
Fair warning, selling at 75.
Irita splashed £195 across 5 lots, but what does Joseph make of them?
My favourite item in the sale is the Arts and Crafts candlestick. It's just a really nice example of what Arts and Crafts is. Very popular at the moment. We expect that to do very well in this sale today.
While Danny spent £180 on his 5 lots. Any standouts, Joseph?
The cars are a really fun lot. We've seen boxes like that come in and have some really nice surprises in there. But it's one of those things I would like to see do really well today.
Rightio, let's get cracking. You two best take your seats.
Danny.
Right. Are you ready for this?
For the last time.
Kicking things off, it's Irita's coquilla carved nut basket and vinaigrette.
They are stunning, but they are a little bit of a yesterday's antique.
There's been some craftsmanship gone into it.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, incredible quality.
I've got bids straight in, taking me in here at 15, 16, 18 pounds now, looking for 20.
Oh my gosh, we
What did you pay?
65.
24.
Come on.
26,
It's a bargain.
28.
Keep going.
30. Thank you, and it was at £28 in the
Don't
room.
say
there,
no
looking
at
for 30
£30.
elsewhere.
That's basically
30
buy
I've got
one, get one
online.
free.
35? 35 back with us, looking for 40 this time. Selling at 35, 40 just in time now. 40, 45, sir?
Say yes.
45 back with us now, looking for 50. At £45, selling at 45.
I think that was a lovely pair.
Weren't they beautiful?
Shame the room didn't go nuts for them.
They were beautiful, and I really wanted to take them with me, and they deserve to be bought and talked about.
Danny, now with his decorative chalk shelf.
Somebody's got a period property, it will fit right in, it's in keeping. But,
I would have that at home.
you'd have it at home, wouldn't you?
£20, surely.
Come on.
We'll go
Come on.
15 then. Let's get started at 15.
Don't let him go too
£10,
low.
surely. It deserves more than 10. 10 and 12 I've got, thank you. Looking for 14 now. 14 in the
14
room, sir.
in the
Looking for
room.
16.
Come on.
16 and 18, sir. £18 now, looking for 20. At £18, we're in the room, 20 and 2, sir. £22 now, looking for 24. 24 online. 26, sir.
Come on.
Go on, sir. No, 24, 26, 28, it's jumped to online now, looking for 30. At 28 and £30 online, looking for 35 this time. Selling at 35, 40 now.
Come on, keep going.
£40. Selling at 45, give me 50.
Come on.
£45 a bid, give me 50 elsewhere. On the
Come on,
sale
somebody
room.
round it up
It's
to a
time bid
bullseye.
now
Come
or
on.
lose it at £45. Fair warning, selling at 45.
Yeah, that will do.
Good, isn't it?
That will do.
Yeah.
Good job you went back for that.
Imagine that on a wall with, you know, a vase
lovely
or a
bouquet.
figurine or
Yeah.
something like that on it.
Yeah.
It would look amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Arita's Arts and Crafts candlestick up next, rated by auctioneer Joseph.
I love a bit of arts and crafts, don't you?
Very, very popular.
And so tactile. Always feels so good, doesn't it?
Do have a phone bidder on this, so do bear with us on that as well. But I'm asking just £20
What did you pay for
starts
it?
off, please.
20.
At £20 straight in now, looking for 2 elsewhere. At 22, 24, 26, 28, 30 and 5. 40. Thank you anyway, it's at 35, 40 and 5 again.
45.
£45 a bid, looking for 50 elsewhere now. At £50 and 5, looking for 60 this time. Fair warning, selling at 55.
No.
60 on the phones now, looking for 65, 65, 70 on the phones, and 5, 80 on the phones. Thank you anyway, it's at £75 now, selling at 75.
It's a bit unreal.
25.
Oh, it's real all right. Lovely stuff.
£55 profit.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Danny now with his 3-piece silver cruet set.
You got a little mustard part, a little pepper pot,
Yeah.
and, you know.
Little spoons?
Little spoon. I don't think the spoons are original.
Oh, okay.
I've got £30 straight in, looking for 35 now. At £30, 5 in the room, looking for 40 now. At £35
That's
in the
cheap.
room. At 35, if we're all done.
Silver?
40 online now, looking for 45 from you.
Come
At
on.
£40, are we all done? 45 in the room, thank you sir, looking for 50 this time. Selling to the room at 45.
Ah!
Shame, didn't quite cut the mustard.
No.
That is not good. I thought it was going to make more than that. I thought it was a lovely little set.
Up next, Arita's pair of Chinese vases.
I absolutely love that sort of pottery from China, but I feel like it's slightly phasing out in the...
Do you think you paid a little bit too much then?
I think in retail environment, it was a very, very, very fair price.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure it'll be the same in auction.
And I've got bids taking me in here at 55, £60, looking for 65 now. At £60 a bid, looking for 5 elsewhere. 65 sale room and 70, give me 5. 75 now, looking for 80. 80 now, give me 5. At £80 and 5, looking for 90 now. Yes. At £85. Fair warning given here, selling it. 90 in the room first. 90 in the room we go on now. Fair warning given here, bid now or lose it, 95.
Get the hammer down.
100, sir. 100 back with us, looking for 110 this time. At £100. Selling to the room at £100.
Triple figures. Well done.
Indeed, what a lovely pair, eh?
Oh, well done.
Every so often, there's something that you buy purely with your heart, isn't there?
And that was it.
Yeah.
Hoping to brew a profit, it's Danny's Royal Albert tea set now.
There's about 7 trios.
Okay.
There's no teapot. Should it have had a teapot with it? Does it need
Oh, it doesn't need to have one,
No.
but it would have been nice to have one.
And I'm asking just £15, start me off, please.
Go on, 15 quid.
£10 then. £10 a bid online now, looking for 12.
Come on.
At £10 online, looking for 12 elsewhere. On
Come
our website
on.
at 10 and 12 I've got, give me 14 this time. At 14 now, looking for 16. At £14.
You know, no.
Surely worth more than this.
Don't you drink
at
tea
14,
here?
looking for 16 elsewhere. 16 we go on now, looking for 18. At £16. 18 we've got. Selling at 18.
That's a hard hit.
Oh dear, could have done with that teapot, I reckon.
What was wrong with that set?
Pattern.
Just didn't have it, did it?
No.
Arita's Parker pen and pencil set now.
You know, when I did a trip with Mark Hill, he loves his pens. And I think he kind of gave me the little bit of a bug. I can appreciate him much more than I did before, I think.
And I've got bids taking me in here at 45, 55, looking for 60 now. At £55 a bid, looking for 60 elsewhere. We all done at £55. Fair warning given here, selling at 55.
In and out. Shimmy a little about.
Just like that. Good job.
Oh, that was in and out.
Yeah, well, that was
quickly, wasn't it?
short and fast.
It was.
Danny's vintage Stevens scales now.
Were you weighing up your options in the shop?
I was weighing up my options. I was weighing up a profit.
I've got bids taking me in here at £26, looking for 28 now.
Nearly there.
At £26 a bid, 28 and 30 I've got now, give me 5. At £30.
Stop weighing up your options, just bid.
Selling at £30.
Unbelievable.
Shame, couldn't quite tip the scales.
Every dog has a day, and somebody's day it is today. Just not mine. Just not mine.
Irita's pressed glass candlestick now.
Surely I can't go wrong with a fiver.
I was going to say, I mean, even if there's not a bid in the house, I think he'll start at a fiver, won't he, at least?
Tenner?
Well, there you go. So, tenner's profit.
And I'm asking just £15 to get me started, please.
Come on. Surely.
£10 then, surely. £10 a bid online first. So 12 in the room. 12 in the room now, looking for 14. At 14 and 16, £16 back in the room, looking for 18 this time. At £16 for the candlestick there. Fair warning, selling at 16.
Well done. Another one.
Lovely stuff, rounding out Irita's lots.
Cool. Another one.
It's not over yet, Danny. Your job lot of toy cars, favoured by auctioneer Joseph, are up now.
Don't get me wrong, there's the good, the bad and the ugly are in that box. They're all in there.
And I'm asking just £20 on that job.
Oh, they'll be straight in at that.
15 then. 15 to get started, surely.
Come on.
£15 a bid, thank you. And 16 now, looking for 18. At 16
Come on, there's a box of Mantiques here. Who's buying them?
At 18, I've got now, looking for 20. At 20 on our website, looking for 2 well sweat. 22 now, give me 24. 24 now, at 24. Are we all done?
Surely not.
26, we're not done. At 20, 28 I've got now, give me 30. At 28, and £30 now.
Come on.
£30 a bid.
Keep going.
Selling at 30. 5, just in time. We go on.
Come on.
40.
Come on.
Selling at 35.
35.
That'll do nicely.
Should we go and see what the numbers are?
Let's go and have a look.
Come on. Oh my gosh, this is a long way up.
Certainly is. Right, off you two pop while I tot up the totals. Well, he gave it his best shot, putting up a great fight. But after auction costs, Danny has made a loss of £78.52. Irita, meanwhile, after Saloon costs, made a smaller loss of £3.84, meaning, despite some cracking profits for Danny across the week, it's a clean run of 5 wins on the trot for Irita.
Come on, Irita.
Oh, and it's all over.
Tell you what, the sun out here is as hot as what it was in there. Hey, it's been a great trip.
Hasn't it, Joe?
Oh, I'd love to do it again.
Can we?
Can we?
Same time, same place?
Same time, same place.
Come on.
on.
Let's make a trip plan.
It's been some trip for our synchronised shoppers.
Danny, we've come coordinated today.
We're all in stripes. Evening all.
Packed with hijinks.
Hey, hold on.
Just one.
I have got to watch you.
Expert advice.
I'm not quite sure how to spend.
Just spend it, Danny.
Got any bargains in there?
And healthy competition.
Move out of my way, because the master is in practice now.
Oi. Checkmate.
Toodaloo, you two. Next time, a match made in heaven.
James, we're back together again.
Angelic Izzy Bomber. And devilish James Braxton.
See? Through the hoop.
So get your glad rags on
Got my auction dress.
and don your best bonnet.
Here's my handle, here's my spout.